Ever wanted to import data from tabular sources into MarkLogic and instantly analyze it using SQL or the Optic API? Flux makes that easy. It automatically creates a TDE template during import and makes your data ready for row-oriented queries right away. Before we dive in, let's understand what TDE means. TDE stands for Template-Driven Extraction. Think of it as a blueprint that tells MarkLogic how to extract structured data like rows and columns from your existing JSON or XML documents for SQL queries and Optic API operations. When importing structured data from tabular sources such as CSV files, database tables, and Parquet files, Flux can analyze data schemas automatically and generate a corresponding TDE template. This eliminates manual template creation, making data immediately ready for SQL or Optic API queries. TDE generation works seamlessly with several Flux import commands. These include import Avro files, import JDBC, import ORC files, import Parquet files, and import delimited files. It's also available for the custom import command. However, its usefulness will be determined by the data imported from your custom data source. To generate and load TDE templates, you must be either a user with the MarkLogic admin role or a user with all of these privileges. Additionally, you must specify at least one update permission via the TDE permissions option. For demonstration purposes, let's import some CSV data as JSON documents and generate a TDE template for it. As we are importing CSV data, let's use the import delimited files command. First, set the path option to point to the file containing your CSV data. Next, configure the connection string option to provide the connection details for MarkLogic. Specify the collections option to assign a collection name to the imported data. Use the permissions option to define access permissions for the imported documents. Now let's move on to the TDE template settings. Set the TDE schema option to define the schema name for the template. Set the TDE view option to name the view that represents the tabular structure extracted from the imported data. Set the TDE collections option to associate the TDE template with the collection name of the imported data. Finally, configure the TDE permissions option to control access to the template. Then run the command. It'll import the CSV data as JSON documents, generate a TDE template based on the CSV column structure, load the template with this URI into your application's schemas database, and make the imported data that matches the TDE template immediately available for relational queries. You can also customize TDE templates to fit your needs. The TDE document type option lets you choose between JSON and XML document types. The TDE URI option lets you specify a custom URI for the template. The TDE template disabled option lets you load the template in a disabled state. There are also options for adjusting view layouts and column settings. For more information on customization, please refer to the relevant link in the description. You can verify the TDE template you have just generated using Query Console. Select the name of your schema's database. Then, click Explore. The URI of the template you've generated appears in the document pane. Click it and verify the details. Now you are all set to begin your data analysis journey. Let's run a JavaScript and a SQL query to ensure that the data has been imported successfully and the TDE template is working as expected. Let's begin with JavaScript. Select the database where you have loaded your data. Select JavaScript as the query type. Write a query using the Optic API. In this query, we're trying to fetch all rows from the employee designation column. Click Run and verify the results in the results pane. Now, let's run a SQL query. Select the database where you have loaded your data. Select SQL as the query type. Write a query. In this query, we are trying to fetch the date of joining for an employee named John Doe. Click Run and verify the results in the results pane. Through automated TDE generation, Flux accelerates your path to data analytics. To know more about TDE templates, Flux, and other MarkLogic features, check the links in the description. Thanks for watching.